me excited. It's a time of family togetherness. You're probably gonna play games, sing songs, listen to the music, the joy of seeing your child's face as they curl up under you, and the memories that you'll carry for many years. However, some will not have memories that are so sweet. This will not be the case for some. I wanted to inform you that some child will be crying with feelings of hopelessness overtaking them. They will sit alone, crying and curled in fear from thoughts of the harm and dangers that they've experienced. They will sit alone every day. These children and some adults are victims of human trafficking. Millions of people are manipulated, harmed, hurt, and brutally forced to become a victim of human trafficking. Imagine being taken away by force, caged, sexually abused, and left to be alone and miserable. These are the feelings and stories of countless women and children across the world and in our nation. This is not to introduce fear into our lives and your lives, but to inform you of the reality of what is happening and growing to be a major issue and problem in society today. Let me share a story with you. There was one little girl. She lived in a foreign country. Her father was in jail and her mother had run away, leaving her to be the responsible one in the family. She had to do daily routines to make sure that the family's needs were being met. So she would walk across the street, walk the land, and find food for the family. Sex traffickers had followed her because she was a target. So they drove by on a motorcycle, put her on it, and drove away, locking her in a cage to feel alone and to be sexually abused. Within hours, so many men had already been with her and made her feel worthless. Well, thankfully, Rescue Life organization was able to save her and put her to safety. She was only 9 years old. Thank God for the rescue mission. She is being restored, and today she is 11 years old. Rescue Life has done a tremendous job alongside government officials to help bring young girls, boys, and adults who are being sold into sexual slavery off the streets and into safe homes. We know this is happening in other countries, but let's bring it closer to home. In our nation, there is a high percentage and it's a high number of sex trafficking. Another girl here in the US, a guy had offered her to take her out to dinner, so she thought it was a nice gesture, they would go out. She met him at a local pub, walking in with all smiles and happy. Little did she know that she would leave out the back of the restaurant, being dragged and tormented and brutally forced into a van to be shipped off to another country, having to be with multiple partners until she was later able to escape. She was now a victim of sex trafficking. Hopefully, y'all will get the message because she was able to escape and get to a safe house that helped her to grow and be safe. Because of sex trafficking, it causes people like this to feel terrible and stripped of everything, without hope or will or wanting to live. For this reason, I want to inform you about an organization that I contribute to called Rescue Life Organization. This organization strives to ensure the safety and protection for women and children that are victims of sex trafficking. You may be wondering, well, just how high is the rate of human trafficking? Well, let me show you the statistics. If you will, look at the screen. As we can see, it's a high number. It says 9.5 billion annually is how much human trafficking generates in the United States. Approximately 300,000 children are at risk of being prostituted in the U.S. 1/3 of teens on the street will be lured toward prostitution within 48 hours of leaving their own homes. There's 83% of females that are victims, 16% male, 43% foreign national, and 57% are U.S. citizens. This is very heartbreaking. And if you notice, the percentages shows just how dangerous and high human trafficking has become. Right here in the U.S., we hold 57% of the human trafficked victims. Bringing it even closer to home, right here in Georgia. Last year, we were rated number 2 for sex trafficking. And within this year, praise God, different organizations within Georgia have taken a stand to prevent this, resulting in Georgia being rated number 15 today. This goes to show how organizations truly help to slow down sex trafficking. Although there are many organizations, we contribute towards Rescue Life. Through this organization, they find those that are hidden and have been abused from trafficking and rescue them. One testimonial that really sticks out to me is from a little girl. She had been rescued from Rescue Life. She didn't feel like living anymore from being abused. She felt worthless and hopeless. And after they had rescued her and taken her to a safe home, she realized that she had hope, and she expressed how she does have value and she's progressing in life. Rescue Life offers the necessary resources and items needed after rescuing the girls and children. They put them in safe houses and teach them how to read, how to sew, how to progress, and other things to help them cope with life and progress. This organization is committed to finding as many people that are victims from human trafficking and bringing them into safety. Through donations, they are able to continue the organization and bring hope to the victims. Therefore, if you are wondering what can be done, how can you get more information, there are organizations out there to give the victims hope, help, love, and care. Rescue Life offers just that. Rescue Life is one of many that has been a blessing to many of these children and adults. It is a Christian-based organization that raises funds and resources to help rescue the lives of those that are harmed from human trafficking. What if this was your mother, sister, friend, or daughter? You would want help, right? Well, Rescue Life is an organization that helps, and beyond that, influences people and helps them grow after they've been abused. I want you to remember, Rescue Life is an organization that truly rescues lives. Thank you.